am Victor E. I help provide insight to empower, and today we're going to be talking about money blocks. Money blocks are a tricky thing. Everything, as in trauma and trauma theory, goes back to childhood. In spirituality, we can, go back over many lifetimes as to why we were born into the circumstances that we were born into. In either case, it all comes back to the body. Now, again, with trauma theory and dealing with the nervous system, we like to say that you can have what you can hold. We can have what we can hold. If we're holding on to things, if we're holding on to traumas, if we're holding on to beliefs about how the world works, how money works in today's scenario, well, then it's going to limit how much we can receive. Energetically, these blocks are, in the practical, they play out as those beliefs, right? If I believe money is the root of all evil, or that only, or that rich people are evil or untrustworthy, those will have, those limiting effects will unconsciously, unknowingly keep ourselves from prosperity. Now, another thing beyond, that maybe you already knew that coming into this, but another thing, again, we go back to childhood. We call these money wounds. Money wounds, these experiences that we had in early development around our parents. Now, it's one thing to, to take into account how we relate to our parents. Did we trust them? Was their presence nourishing, or were we scared? Are we still holding on to some of that fear? I know in just saying that, because I have a good practiced awareness of my body, I felt that in my lower abdomen, it just kind of like tingled up, saying, hey, there's something here. And again, tying in the spiritual aspect, I'm going to help you facilitate this healing, this energy movement in your body, in your field, in a multi-dimensional way, in a multifaceted way. And I'll dive more into that towards the end, but I do want to get started here. Just want to get right into it. So yeah, just go ahead and check in with your body really quick. Right now, we can say check out of the day, check into your body. Out of your mind, into your body. All the awareness, if you feel like you're listening to your thoughts, see if you can instead put that to the side for a second and instead listen to the body. And we do this by placing awareness, again, shifting that awareness from whatever's going on in the mind, coming down into the waist, the hips, the lower abdomen, into the legs, the shins, the feet, the feeling of contact between your sit bones, your butt, and the seat beneath you, the soles of your feet, and the floor beneath you, and the skin contact between your clothes and your skin. I'm going to slow it down for a second, connect with our body, and disconnect from the pace of the world, the external pace. Coming into the body, I like to say inner pace equals inner peace. Let's go ahead and connect to that inner pace. If you can, feel where your center line is, whatever that means to you. If there was a line running from the tip of your head to the space between your thighs where you're sitting. If you know about chakras, then the first chakra and the seventh and the space between. Nice deep inhale and allow some space between you and the day. Whatever demands, whatever expectations, whatever stress, we're going to allow it to disperse away from us and maybe even dissolve a little bit. And we're allowing this to happen. There's no force, there's no control. It's like water drifting away. And as it does so, new water, new energy rises. The energy in your body, allow it to shift, to move. Again, bringing that awareness away from the mind. As helpful as it tries to be right now, we're going to trust that we're safe, that we don't need to listen to it in order to feel safe and secure. We allow the moment to open and expand. And on the exhale, close your eyes. Shake it out. Allow your shoulders and jaw to open. It's not about relaxing or moving them at all. Allow the muscles to open up. The tendons, the fascia. Open and exhale. And any energy they were holding on to is now allowed to circulate. Stay with the breath and stay behind the eyes as if you're looking through your eyelids. Staying present. Allowing sounds in the distance to be just as they are. We're going to connect to emotion, energy in motion. So if there's anywhere in your body that feels dense or stiff or numb especially, these are areas in the body that have been holding energy at bay for a long time to the point of numbness and stiffness. And so right now we're going to allow ourselves to feel what's on the other side of that stiffness, that numbness, that density. And again, placing the awareness. Habitually, it's going to want to go to the mind as the mind habitually narrates, explains what the body is feeling, creates a story around it. As we bring the body, our animal, into a state of safety, Things may rise, things may shift, things may move around, and that's fine. Allow it. You've made it to this point. You survived. You can breathe. Breathe deep. Breathe loud. Connecting to that root chakra. At the base of the hips. And by connect, I simply mean become aware of this area in general, where the hips connect to the thighs, legs, and where the hips connect to the abdomen, below the belly button, between your anus and reproductive organs. In that area, being aware of how you feel about this area, about what it's called, about all the different names for these different parts. How do the muscles feel? How do the bones feel? Do they feel like they're in place or maybe slightly askew? Does it feel like the channels are open? Do they feel narrow or closed? Does it feel aligned with the base of your throat? Is your head centered over your shoulders? Are your shoulders aligned and parallel to the floor beneath you? How does your upper chest feel? How's the space around your heart? So here at the base of the throat, keep breathing. This is our center for expression. So vital, so important. Our presence is communicated to the world and to ourselves, to life itself. From this place, how does it feel? Is it open? Is it obstructed? Is it balanced? Allowing movement in this area, allowing the energy to flow, to circulate. And on the way down to the heart, to the center of the chest, how easily can your awareness move from the base of your throat and chest down to the center of your chest? It may help to picture this space as a room. The first thing that pops into mind. What does that room look like? Can you move around? Is it cluttered? Is it clean? How is the feel, the energy, the vibe of this room? And again, staying with the awareness of what it feels like. If you'd like, you can put your hands over your chest and feel the warmth of your hands permeate into your chest. And as you picture this room and as you feel your chest into your chest, all the way to your back, to your spine, any negative energy, any clutteredness breaks away. And in the center of the room on the floor appears a drain. So any negative energy, any clutter disintegrates easily, effortlessly. Small enough to easily flow into the drain. Flows down out your arms, down your legs, into the floor. Flows all the way down into the molten core, the furnace of the earth. Becomes food for the planet. And now feeling as your body, your mind becomes a little more spacious, a little cleaner. Your heart space becomes cleaner and clearer. Shake it out if you need to. Breathe in, and on the exhale, let out a sigh. Let out a hum. Feel any desire for comfort, dissolve and flow down as well. Inside, behind the surface of your chest, opens. We're going to go into the space in your heart and your mind. You're going to find a closet. And before you open the door, or if you already did, feeling your body as you approach this door. See how your body reacts. This is what is involved. This is how we heal. It's not about what you see or what you feel. It's about how you relate to it, how you learned in your development, how you learned to relate to what you feel. We're going to change not only the relationship, but how we learned to define ourselves according to what we feel. You no longer need to define yourself in any way that lowers you, that diminishes you, that devalues you. Fully accept what has happened and who you are. All of who you are. How does it relate to money? How do you feel right now that I brought up the topic? How does society, how do your communities, how do you feel like they want you to relate to this topic? That's one thing. The other, how do you wish to relate to the topic of money? And now, how is your body reacting? Notice. Exhale sharply. Place your hand or hands over your belly button. If you can, just below your belly button. And then one, keep it over your chest. I want you to do this so that when you breathe in, both hands feel your belly and chest expanding. Slow down your breathing. Prolong your exhale if you feel like your breath becomes short. Remember, inner pace equals inner peace. Any societal pressures give you space in this moment of who you're supposed to be. They're gonna fall back now. They've pressured you. They've pressured you long enough. And you've become the diamond in the rough that you were always becoming. And now, you take it upon yourself to smooth the edges, to clean the surfaces. And begin the process of clearing away any remaining coal and debris that had formed as you were being pressured. We think society for its purpose in pressuring us and fortifying us. And now we take the reins. With this understanding, we forgive society, our communities, life itself. We observe how the body reacts to having forgiven. It is done. And as we do so, we now consider, regard, become aware of ourself as we extend forgiveness and compassion toward ourselves. You can repeat after me. I forgive myself for holding me back. I forgive myself for holding me back. I understand now that being held back was for my pace and for my growth, and was teaching my body to learn to increase my capacity for patience. For grace, for humility, and that when I lose my temper, when I lost my temper, for things not happening fast enough, I was being selfish, egotistical, presumptuous, and entitled. I understand that sometimes we're held back for our own safety, so that our most mature self can shine forth. And our immaturities and impurities don't manifest before we can clear and clean them out. As embarrassing or shameful moments. Especially in regard with the energy, the nourishing energy of money. I understand now that I would have spent recklessly, foolishly, I would have gone from desire to desire, tripping myself up and ineffectively fixating my attention, my awareness on the emptiness after getting what I want. If you've ever gotten what you wanted and felt that emptiness afterwards, know that this was learned, and now it provides contrast. Now, instead of emptiness, we feel gratitude. We have what we want, we have what we need, and now it's time to look again to the present, to be okay, to be grateful. Getting what we want proves that it's possible. And then coming back and resting in the present. Allows the moment to reveal to us our next steps. And so there's that continuity. There is no longer any emptiness or feelings of shame or guilt around consumerism. These are false ideas that we allow them to leave us. We don't need them to feel like or to prove to ourselves that we're good people. We can have wants, we can have needs. Like the need to have fun, to play, to feel connected to ourselves, to the moment, to others. And now, as if it was a person, a personality, a presence, the presence, the energy of money comes into your awareness. And it says, I love being here with you. I really do. How does your body feel? Remembering that energy likes to flow, and that one of the primary blocks around money is the one within us that need to have it and to hold on to it. We now shift that energy, that awareness of the block, and see it as a channel. We are the facilitators for the energy of money. Money needs us just as much as we need it. We're the ones that direct it into our lives, into our societies, where to go. And in this way, when money comes in, we have a secure relationship to it. It's here. And we know that it has somewhere to go. And it's not that it's leaving us. We are grateful to it, that it can go where we need it to go, to our bills, to our rent, to the cost of services and material goods, the movies, food, entertainment, classes that help us elaborate our skills, increase our value. Money comes in and we allow it to go where it wants to go. And we only benefit. Any fear or anxiety around money going to where it needs to go, we now change our relationship to this awareness, and it becomes the sensation of our fears leading us, creating space for our awareness to perceive that money is going where we need it, that it is sustaining us. The floor beneath us becomes more stable. Foundation grows. And as it does so, more money flows into our awareness. And now we can help others, our family members, our pets, people who are struggling with their own blocks, or living on the streets. See how your body reacts to that information. Is there any urgency to help? Is there any hesitation? Inner pace equals inner peace. Any urgency is tempered by you having integrity to your inner pace. Becoming aware of your hips, your upper thighs where they meet your hips, your lower abdomen where it meets your hips, the base of your neck and upper chest, upper back, all these areas and the spaces around and in between are now being filled with loving, light energy. And as your energy circulates, and this healing, loving energy rests around these areas, any debris circulates away, becomes unstuck. We're resting in this state. As we rest in this state, our body allows it to become a trait. Lightness, assuredness, security, stability. the feeling of these words, of these symbols, soak into our body, into the cells, soak the atoms, we are allowed to have fun. We are allowed to be well funded. Life needs you fully alive. Your people need you fully alive. Be the one to step forward, to lead by example, a different one that they may be used to. And as you feel yourself being seen, remember that any discomfort around being seen is simply energy moving where it couldn't before. It might feel like a cold shower, but you can handle it, manage it, direct it to where it needs to go. Share the spotlight. Invite others into that loving energy and understand that their process is their own. If they're not ready, allow them to be where they are, to be who they are. Taking nothing upon yourself. Other than the duty, responsibility, and opportunity to lead by example. And know that the body needs repetition over time. This is how it learns to grow in a direction. Not to walk in circles. And as we have practiced this exercise, as we have moved this energy today, looking forward, being present, and feeling the sensation, the gratitude, that because we have moved our energy, the world, our world, will now change in accordance. And that because we are self-assured, any challenges, any opportunities that come our way, these are invitations, reminders to exercise, to get the reps in assuring ourselves, to grow that muscle, to grow the muscle of resilience, to grow the muscle of patience, to increase our spirits and nervous systems capacity to process the energies of the moment. The more you manage your money, the more money you get to manage. The more you manage your energy, the more energy you get to manage. Life requires us to be present, my friends. So let victory, let success, find you grateful already, find you working already, find you resting when you need to. And if you find that you've fallen asleep at the wheel, find yourself some compassion and some patience. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And as you look around you, feel the change. It may seem like a familiar surrounding, and just know that change is on the way. Be well. Peace.